Welcome back. So I came over here to the front of the van and I took the power off the battery. Come on, stop that. And the negative, because I have an instrument cluster problem. And for those of you that don't know, the instrument cluster is the whole instrument section. So I'm taking it apart and I took off this bottom plate, which goes underneath Ford vans. Pull that off. It's just clips, 4 clips, comes off with your bare hands. Easy peasy. Next was the headlight plug. Now this is an 07, and there is a button up underneath here. You go with your hand up the side and you push down, and it's supposed to be a release that allows the whole plug assembly to come out. Mine did not. The second step is that this here screws in like this through here. Then there's this little teeny clip that goes on here, and this little area here, this little fin, grips these little teeth right there, and that holds the knob in place. The knob actually clips on top of, if you can see inside here, there's a little triangular area that lines up with the triangular area here. So that's the step one, is take off the plate underneath and try that quick release. If that doesn't work, then you go to this little hole and you push down and through that little hole, and it's supposed to push this here fin and release the knob. Both of those methods did not work in my case. So I needed to literally pull the thing off with power, muscle, and then get this off. So I'll reinstall them properly when I put them back in. The next step is to take off this dash here, and I take out 2 screws here, one here and one here. And then I also put this into L1 and lower the steering all the way down, that when I do get the panel loose, I can pop this back and have access to the cluster. So that's where we are right now. Now, before you move the steering console and it into the gear, make sure you put down your parking brake. Okay, you don't want it rolling around. All the way down. Oh, won't go. Oh, right. Yeah, what am I talking about? Key. Need the key. And I'll ahead of myself here. Put the key in. Turn around. Unlock. Down all the way. All right. So now we're in position to take these 2 screws out over here. One there and one there. I'm using 7mm socket with a little extension on it. Oh, maybe not an extension. One and number 2. 2. So they're just these little screws that look like this. Little guys, 2 of them. Next is to begin loosening this. It's also got clips around it. And if you've got a little screwdriver you can pry with, that'll help. But not too tough, pretty easy. The fingers just get in and kind of pull a bit. So with that little screwdriver, so they'll pull this back, get to this side here, pull this back. Now it's a little snug on this end, so I'm gonna be a little careful here as well. There's a clip or two, and we'll get that sorted out. All right, I've got the whole dash loosened up. Now I don't need to take the whole thing out, I just need it out of my way. So I'm pulling it back. I'm gonna lower it down. I don't think I need to take those plugs out because I really only need this area. And there's only 4 little screws, one here, and 2 on the other side. That's next. And this is where this little extension will come in handy to reach back in here. Actually, there we go. All 4 screws are out now. Now I just pull it forward. There's one more section that needs to be looked at, and that's right underneath for where the gears, right here, that has to be unclipped. There's a clip on this side, right there, and another clip on this side. And they just squeeze together and they pop out. All right, it's a little finicky, but it's loose. And now I got more access to the actual cluster. Now, the last part is this clip here and this clip here. This little gray part slides back and this one slides forward, and then you unplug by lifting it up. You slide this forward and then the plug lifts up. There's a little clip on top, you push down and then it slides back, easy peasy. And then lifts up. See how this, push this little clip down, slides back easy, lift up, done. Now the instrument cluster is totally dismantled. Now the car cannot drive, or the van cannot drive now for any reason. Now it's cleaning it up, packaging it, and shipping it off. And I'm gonna clean up in there too. It looks like it needs a little love. So one of the things that what I recognized with the cluster here is my power windows no longer worked. None of my gauges worked. Not the temperature, not the fuel, the tach, not the speed, not the oil temperature, and not the battery. And nor did the radio work. So I'm sending this out to be repaired. When it comes back, I'll reinstall it. Should work. That's it for today. We'll touch bases when it returns. Cheers.